back on a Wednesday afternoon. A little bit of history. As the history pages portrays, the first nuclear devices used was by the Americans, Manhattan Project and stuff like that, used in the month of August 1945, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. There are traces in history. Even the Nazis were pretty near to build a nuclear bomb. Was they a little bit more nearer towards making a nuclear bomb before the Allies, Americans? Judging from Soviet intelligence and at the period, they had a technology, and actually they had a working prototype, and it seemed to be in underground facilities in Linz and other occupied territories of Europe under the Nazis, basically. And the fact is, the official so-called history, they want to deny this. The fact is, the Germans during the Second World War, they were 10 years in advance in every field, technological and scientific speaking. They had the first jet engine fighters ready to go in 1943. But the Luftwaffe said, we shall keep our propelled Messerschmitt planes. You just imagine, from 1945 they started using jet planes, like fighters and bombers, and capable doing the speed of Mach 1. And obviously, as rocket technology, they were advanced. They were the first ones through the V1 and through V2 devices. And strange enough, when these devices start hitting London, mostly, it was said to say, when it exploded, the British were using Geiger counters because they knew, and they were afraid if Hitler, in the end, started using atomic weapons on them of a lower yield than to date. It was new technology, but in theory, atomic energy on paper existed. Just imagine if Nazi Germany had that type of technology during World War II, it would change the course of the war. They would have won it, and they would have no scruples to use these devices on the Allied countries, despite high costs and risks of civilian life of the Allied countries. And plus, they were working on long-range rockets to hit America with a nuclear device. Towards the end of the war, they pushed all their efforts towards that. But the war ended and Hitler disappeared off the scene. And the fact is, even today, various countries have knowledge. The Nazis were working on atomic weapons, creating them, the whole production of it. And the fact is, they had a working prototype which they exploded. Based on Soviet intelligence of an agent, yes. And described how it worked, all the procedures. I probably passed you know, what you would call it, the blueprints, how detailed it was to build it. You should say, thank God they never arrived to that point in the same way, because you would be probably speaking German today instead of your native language in your country. Things would have been a lot more different than of today in history.